Hey folks, Mr. Dell here. We are looking at a transformation here with a problem, rigid transformation. So this is coming from CPM's course 3. And let me see, I believe this is section, 8.1.3. And this is number 8-34. So it says rotate the triangle at right. So here's my triangle, 90 degrees clockwise about the origin. State the coordinates of the original and new vertices. So the original, here's my original, right? My vertices of the original. So I'm going to just write those first. So A looks like it's at negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is negative 5 on the X and positive 2 on the Y, right? So I write that vertices, remember, are always x comma y, right? Your x first, which is negative 5, and your y is positive 2. So that's where A is. B looks like it's at negative 1 on the x and 2 on the y, is where B is. C is up here at 0 on the x and 2, 3, 4, 5. That looks like that's at 5 on the y, 0, 5. So now what we want to do is rotate this thing. We're going to rotate it. It says clockwise, right? Remember clockwise, if you think about a clock, my second hand and my hour hand, right? My minute hand, it's going around that way. So on a clock, clockwise would be rotating this way, okay? So rotating around that way. So we're going to go clockwise, 90 degrees. About the origin. So here's my origin. So if I think about how this looks, I tend to think about taking and putting a string and attaching a string from the point, the part where I'm rotating this around. So if I just draw this extra little line here so you can see this, I'm going to rotate that around 90 degrees. So if I think about what I have, this line, how do I draw the one that's now 90 degrees to that? Is if this is 2 over 1, I'm going to go 1 over 2, and it should end up here, right? It's the reciprocal of its pattern. So this is 2 over 1 is the slope from that line to B. So 1 over 2 is that slope. So if you notice, what do I have? I have 90 degrees there. So I've held on to the origin, taken that triangle, and I'm going to swing it around. So B ends up here at B prime. So this one would be at 2, 1. So we can say B is now ends up at 2, 1. So I can do the same thing. Just get a different color so it's easier to see and differentiate. So if I'm going to do the same thing with A, right, I'm going to swing it around. I got a couple options here. I can use this line and swing it around and count, or I can also know that this is a horizontal line, and now if I swing it around 90 degrees, it's going to be a vertical line. So let me do both. I'll show you both. So if I do that idea, 1, 2, 3, 4, this length is 4. So from B up here, I should go 1, 2, 3, 4. So right there is where A prime should be. You notice, so this A to B swung around and now is perpendicular to what it used to be. Or, as I mentioned, I can also use this idea that I can go, my slope from the origin to A is 1, 2 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 over 5. So I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to be going 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 2, right? So this line here, that line, let me use this color. That one here now is 90 degrees. So I swung that around 90 degrees. So that's my new A to B. All right. C is not as bad because if I look at C is right on the axes, right? C is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from the origin on the axes. So if I swing it 90 degrees, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away. So it's going to end up right there. So this is where my C will be. Okay? And then so I'm going to connect my dots so I can get what my triangle looks like. And then, I got to get my coordinates to B to C. So this is my C prime. So I don't know if you can see that now. Can you see? So maybe I'll highlight it in a different color because the red and the orange is looking the same. So this is my new triangle from that one to that one. And that being said, I'll go ahead and come up with I did my B prime. B prime is here. A prime is going to be at 2, 5, right? X is 2, Y is 5. We determined that already. And then my C prime now is at 5, 0. Okay. So that's swinging it around 90 degrees. Okay. All right. There we go. Around the origin, swinging around the origin.